Mima and Zain Stand for Palestine. Written by Iman Qurtam. Narrated by Iman Haggag. Mima and Zain came home from school. They were tired and glad to be home. Mama had prepared their favorite food, spaghetti and meatballs and blueberry scones. "Yes! This is the best food ever!" Zain exclaimed happily. Mima joined in excitedly. But Zain and Mima noticed that something wasn't right. Mama seemed distracted, and the phone didn't leave her sight. Mima was concerned. She asked if Mama was okay. Mama replied with a sad tone, "Awful things happened in Palestine today." As they were talking about the news, they heard a strange sound. There were lots of people outside, and their shouts were quite loud. The kids couldn't tell what they were saying, but as the crowd marched near, they started to hear the words, and the people's voices became clear. "From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine!" "Mama, what is Palestine?" Zain asked. "Come on, kids, let's join them," Mama said. "I'm so tired," said Mima. "Please, can I stay home instead?" Mama explained that in Palestine, kids are losing their homes. They will have no place to live and have nowhere to go. "We have to help them," Mama cried. "I'll tell you the details when we get back. But now we have to join the march, so leave your food and grab a snack." Mama, Zain, and Mima rushed out the door and started marching with the crowd. Zain and Mima felt unsure, but Mama started chanting aloud. "The people, united, will never be defeated. The people, united, will never be defeated." Zain looked around and thought, the crowd really does look united. Everyone looks very different, but it seems they will never be divided. There were all types of people, old, young, men and women. They were speaking many languages and had different shades of skin. There were women wearing hijab and women with long hair. Some had their hair dark and curly, while others had it straight and fair. There were people wearing shirts with writing and a cool design. Zain read the words. It said, "Just another Jew standing for Palestine." They all looked so different. But do you know what was interesting? They were holding the same flag, and in the same breath they were chanting, "Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine!" They finally went home after walking for hours. They were sweaty from the march and definitely needed showers. Zain asked Mama, "Why are kids becoming homeless in Palestine?" Mama sighed and said sadly, "It's a long story, filled with crime. A long, long time ago, there was a man named Adolf Hitler. He was an evil man and a terribly cruel leader. He hurt many people not like him, especially Jews from Europe. They are people that practice Judaism. So that he wouldn't hurt them anymore, many Jews had to flee for their lives. They went to a land called Palestine just to be able to survive. The people of Palestine welcomed them with open arms, and everyone lived together peacefully with no harm. Jews, Muslims, and Christians lived in harmony side by side. They practiced different religions, and they knew how to be fair and kind. A man named Theodor Herzl didn't want this to happen. He wanted a land only for Jews, and this is called Zionism. He wanted to kick out everyone who was not a Zionist and steal Palestinian land, saying Palestine does not exist. Only Zionist Jews were allowed to stay in the land he called Israel and be free and safe every day. Until this day, Zionists are stealing people's homes, in the land of Palestine, leaving them no place to go. Israel has the best weapons, the best food, and the best water, but it destroys everything in Palestine with a big army of soldiers. The more years go by, the more Palestinian land is stolen, while the whole world watches, feeling helpless and heartbroken. Palestinians are also stopped by Israeli soldiers from walking freely in their own land. They build walls and barriers, stopping them from moving around. These walls separate Palestinians from their families and friends, making it impossible for them to meet on weekdays or even on weekends. That's why all these people stood up shouting today, "Free, free Palestine!" They want Zionism to go away. They want a free Palestine with Jews, Muslims, and Christians living together side by side. Equality is their mission. Zain and Mima listened to the story carefully. They were quiet and sad. Why can't everyone be treated equally? They just didn't understand. "What can we do to help them?" asked Mima. Mama said, "We will do everything in our hands. Right now, all the people must stay united, and for a free Palestine, we must stand. We march and we shout and make our demands, telling the whole world to stop Zionists from stealing Palestinian land. We must also make sure to use our money wisely and never spend it on anything made in the occupied Palestinian territories. Before we buy anything, we must check out a movement called BDS. It gives us an important list of the companies that support Zionists." It was time to go to sleep. Zain and Mima crawled into bed, but they were thinking about the Palestinian kids that don't have a roof over their head. The next day, they got prepared. They painted a flag and made a sign. They were brave and had no fear. They were ready to stand for Palestine. This book is a dedication to the Palestinian people who have an unwavering loyalty to the freedom of their land. All the free people of the world are standing with you. We will dutifully teach our children about your history and your struggles for generations to come until Palestine is free from the river to the sea. We know too well that our freedom is incomplete without the freedom of the Palestinians. Nelson Mandela. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. We are caught in an inescapable network of mutuality. Martin Luther King, Jr.